Action! Why are you so excited?
I just
It's
never
like-
know what
this
we're going to talk about. So it's a bit kind of like...
It's a highlight of your week. Anyway, why are you always starting at 10? You said 9:30.
Yeah, because...
You're always late.
Okay, I know I am, but honestly, the reason being is because...
There's always a reason as well.
It is.
Oh, come on, let's hear it. What's
You've heard me all morning. I've been sneezing a bit, so my allergies are a bit like... My allergies are playing up. I don't know why. It's really weird.
half an hour?
No, it just slows me down a bit. So I had to my eye was watering, and anyone who wears makeup knows that when you have a watery eye, it just becomes the worst thing. It's awful.
I managed to get loads of work done.
Did you? That's good. So we're back for another one.
We're starting now. No.
Okay, no more. Stop. No more. We're not just, there's certain things are just off limits, babe. Seriously. So last week, obviously I was a bit hormonal and you were kind of like, you know, pushing my buttons a little bit. I have to say, you made up for it basically, because I think it was the next day you knew how I was feeling and you organised a kind of like nice day out. And it was really nice. He put so much like thought into it. He basically said, he thought to himself, like, what does she love? What is going to make her feel better? He knows that I like movies. I like food. Really basic stuff here. And I like shopping. So the next day he kind of said, look, we're going to go out, and he booked a movie. I really like that. I like it when just like you kind of take control sometimes. It was quite nice because he kind of like booked obviously a movie, which was really good. And got some popcorn.
You know, you're
Sat and
making
enjoyed
me,
it.
like, I'll put a lot of thought into this. It's not very thoughtful, is it?
What I mean by thoughtful is that you thought about what it is that would make me happy.
Okay.
That is still thoughtful.
Right,
I think nowadays people think that something extravagant is the answer to everything. And to be honest, even though it's pretty simple what you did, it made me feel really happy. It's actually just what I needed. Watched a movie, went and had a coffee. Love going and having coffees, I have to admit. Had some food, did a bit of shopping. I was a happy bunny that day. I really was. And I think you could tell.
It's nice to see you happy.
Yeah.
I'm relaxed as well today.
Are you? Why?
I don't know what's going to happen. Last week I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know whatever I said, if it's going to annoy you or not. Whereas this week I can just be myself. Last week I made you cry, unintentionally.
No, obviously, he wasn't being mean or anything, but obviously, like...
The hormones got to you.
Yeah, but anyway, like I said, I really appreciate that nice date day that you arranged. It made me feel really good.
You're welcome.
I tell you what was annoying in the cinema, though. Those kids.
I don't know why people come to the cinema.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone else has this. And guys, if you are listening or watching, let us know in the comments. Like, do you get really frustrated with people talking in the cinema? Like, I find that it's quite a universal thing that people get annoyed with. What I don't understand is where these people come from who clearly don't care. Like, there was a row of... They were probably, I don't know, teenagers, weren't they? And there's probably about 6, 7 of them sitting on the row in front of us. And we were still not directly behind them. We were to the side. They were just constantly talking through the movie. And there were points, because obviously I was already feeling hormonal. I was like, I'm going to get up and I'm going to say to them, listen, guys, can you just keep it quiet? But then I thought if I do that, it's going to then further annoy me that I've had to actually get up and do that. I'm surprised you didn't get up, because he gets up in the cinema, by the way. If anyone's talking, he doesn't care how many people are in the cinema. He'll get up, go up to them, and like basically say to them, not even whisper, it will be loud about it, and say, guys, I don't know what you've come to the cinema for. Like something along those lines. Like, I don't know what you've come to the cinema for, but you're making a lot of noise. It's not fair on the rest of us who've come here to watch this movie and pay attention. And I don't know what about it. Even though the lights are down and everything, I literally just on the ground to swallow me up. I can tell when you're getting agitated. You start, instead of looking at the movie, you start looking at the person who's talking. And I'm like, okay, he's going to get up. He's going to get up. He's going to get up in a minute.
One of my pet hates.
Yeah, it does really annoy me too, I'm going to be honest. Like, there's so many times, I've never got up and said anything to anyone, but there are times where I think, like, I want to. But then I just know I'm going to get even more annoyed after the fact that I've had to get up.
It's happened, right? So I can remember, like, once there's a couple of guys, they came in and they weren't even watching the film. They were just sat there talking to each other, like, going, no care in the world. As if they were sat in their lounge having a chat. So yeah, I do go up to them. And funny enough, they shut up then.
I don't know. It was just so annoying. Like
They were kids,
this
weren't they?
happens.
Teenagers.
But there's always someone. Sometimes they're grown adults and they're
Yeah.
talking. But it was a nice day out. I enjoyed it. You even did something the following day for me, which I really liked. He just kept doing things then because he knew how upset I was, or just generally just not feeling great. You don't know what he did. He was like he made me. I mean, I say this again. I'm like, he made me lunch. He put it together basically. He went out, bought a sandwich, bought some crisps, bought a Whisper bar, a chocolate Whisper, and then he put it all on the plate for me. Like, put the sandwich out, put the crisps on the plate. You know, like it's like full on like old school, and then put the sandwich, put the chocolate there, and came and gave me my lunch. Even that made me happy. It doesn't take a lot to make me happy, babe. And I think you know that.
I didn't realise that it made you that happy.
Yeah, it was really cute. Like, again, it was thoughtful. You put everything I loved on that plate.
And I'll put it on the plate.
You sell yourself short sometimes. Sometimes I don't think you realise that it is the little things that matter sometimes as well.
And that's good to know.
Little things like that make a girl happy.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Going back to when I mentioned that you put that really nice plate of food together for me, when you laid it out nicely, what I have noticed for quite a while now, and it's quite funny because when you see us both eating and you look at both of our plates at the end after we finished eating, my plate has so many crumbs on there. His plate is just like his life. Like, literally, so clean. There's not a crumb on his plate. And I don't know how you do it, but I'm not exactly like, I have manners. Like, I have table manners, so do you. I know what is right and wrong, but I still have crumbs left on my plate. You have no crumbs left on your plate. It still shocks me to this day, sometimes when I see your plate, knowing what we've both eaten, how you have nothing on your plate.
Why does that shock you?
Sometimes I've watched you eat just to see what the difference is. And it's not like you go and eat them after. You just don't have much food coming off with each bite. I don't know what it is. It's really bizarre.
That's because you leave half your food in your plate.
No, I don't.
Okay, so when you have your yogurt in the morning,
Yeah.
I reckon there's another spoon of yogurt in your bowl.
God. No, there's probably like
A spoon.
quarters of spoon.
I reckon a full spoon of yogurt you've got left.
He gets really annoyed if I leave.
Food.
No, like if there's like...
I just get.
He just doesn't think I clean out my plate properly.
That's another pet hate. People who leave food behind.
Wow, there's a lot of pet hates going on today.
I hate that. Only take as much as you want to eat. See, people at buffets at hotels, I've seen this happen, right? So people go, family of 6, right, and somebody's going and getting plates of food and putting it on their table.
Yeah, they turn the table into a buffet.
Right. How's about you just go and take what you want to eat?
I actually I agree with you there. Like, I disagree with turning your table into a buffet when you don't even know if you guys are going to finish it. It's such a waste of food. That I fully agree with. I just think that's really, what's the word?
It's inconsiderate.
It's very inconsiderate. When I leave a little bit of food,
Shouldn't-
yeah, but I don't leave it like I've left a bite or I've left this.
Listen, right? There's been many occasions where I've like, there's that food left on your plate, and you're like, I've had my last bite.
No, okay. Do you know what that is? It's not like I've left an entire meal, babe.
That's not your last bite. Your last bite would be the last bit of your plate.
No, okay.
That's your last
Let me
bite.
explain this. I don't know how anyone else eats, right? Say if you've got 4 different things on your plate, right? So let's just say you've got a roast dinner. Let's just say you've got some roast potatoes, you've got some gravy, got some veggies, and you've got roast chicken, right? I'm the kind of person where I need to have a bit of everything on a bite. You are the person who leaves your favourite thing till last, so you eat that one favourite thing all by itself.
No,
at the end.
I eat part of it with the meal.
Okay, but then you leave. You want to eat that thing, right?
Yeah.
Whatever your favourite is.
And then do you know what happens?
What?
I finish all my food.
Okay, yeah, but listen, I like eating, or my spoonful, my whatever fork has to have a bit of everything, just a small amount of everything. That is the perfect bite for me, right? So what happens is, right at the end, I might have a bit of like a bit of something else, or a bit of one thing left. Right at the end, I've probably got a bit of one thing left, and I can't eat that one thing on its own.
That is absolute nonsense.
And I'm saying that there's probably a little bit left. It's not like I've left a whole dish, right? So it's probably like a spoonful.
So you do waste food.
Yeah, but babe, compare that to someone's big buffet table.
My problem is with people like wasting food generally. I hate.
Look, I don't leave a lot, and I'm not saying it means that what I leave is okay. Right, I'm not saying that means that it's justified, but I'm not as bad as what some people leave. I don't know. It's sometimes you just like look around, don't you? Like, with everything we've spoken about so far, like people talking in cinemas, like people being inconsiderate in general. Like, I don't understand that mindset. Like, I don't understand what they must be thinking and how they don't realize these things. Sometimes I genuinely sit there and think to myself, like, am I the only one who thinks this way? Like, am I the only one who sees these things and realizes that it's inconsiderate? Maybe I do things that other people think are inconsiderate. You know, maybe there are things that I do that I don't see myself. I'm sure there probably are.
I think a lot of people think I'm abnormal or I'm very highly strung because of things like that annoy me. I have been told.
Really?
Yeah. Therefore, I think I'm the minority. That's why I don't say anything. No, I'm telling you, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, everyone else is going to
And
know.
everyone else, yeah.
But, I've been made to feel like, oh yeah, that it's normal to leave food. Oh, it's normal to talk in the cinema. Oh, it's normal, this is how people are. It's pretty weird then.
It doesn't make it okay though.
No, it doesn't make it okay. So I've always been made to feel like I'm the minority because of some of my beliefs.
Yeah, but I think what you're saying is right. Like, even, okay, I've sat here and I've said, yeah, okay, sometimes I do leave like a bite left on my plate, right? At the most. It's very rare that I've ever left anything more than that.
But nowadays, you can't tell people what you think is right.
But again, that doesn't mean that it's right for me to do that. But I still know that it's wrong.
Yeah, but you can't, even if you know that it's wrong and you try and tell somebody that that's not right, you can't say that nowadays. People are so sensitive. Whatever you feel is right, I have to keep my mouth shut nowadays.
Is that difficult for you?
Yeah, because I start building up rage in my head.
What kind of rage?
Like I start having a full-on conversation with myself in my head.
What about what's annoying you?
Yeah.
And then what? How do you get rid of it?
I just have to talk myself out of it.
It's interesting.
Because you can't say anything to anyone now.
Do you think generally you can't say anything, or it is the way you say it as well?
Definitely you can't say anything to anyone now. They're so sensitive.
It is very different, isn't it, to what it used to be like. Like now, you've just got to be so, like, you have to check what you can and cannot say.
To all the Gen...
Yeah, we're doing a thumbs up, by the way. Apparently
all the Gen Zs. That's offensive.
How the hell is that offensive?
Passive aggressive.
I do that all the time. If someone sends me a WhatsApp message or a DM and I agree with what they've said, like rather than typing out a response, like, yeah, okay, sometimes I even put okay and thumbs up, but I do a thumbs up. If you type okay in, it will come up with a thumbs up. You know, it comes up with the equivalent, an emoji equivalent.
Yeah.
So a thumbs up comes up. So basically saying okay
Can't do that now.
is offensive.
Yeah.
What has the world come to? I'm sorry. That has to be the one thing that has actually blown my mind recently.
How sensitive people are?
No. If I think to all of the things that, let's be honest, for quite a while now, there's always something new that comes up that you can't say or it's offensive to someone. A lot of them I kind of understand. Maybe you're just having to, like, you know, you don't want to offend people. But this has to be the one thing that I find absolutely ridiculous. This actually blew my mind when I read that. I thought it was a joke. I was like, you can't put thumbs up emoji. How on earth does that make someone feel a certain kind of way? I still can't get over that. I'm just like now I have to look at who I'm speaking to. Like if I'm having a conversation with someone, if they're quite young or if I have to check, like, are they Gen Z, because they might get offended. Like
I don't care.
I'll be honest, I don't think I really care about the whole like thumbs up emoji thing.
No, I'll continue to do it. I'll probably do it more now.
Why?
Because I know it annoys people. I'll be honest, I think I've actually been using it more.
Have you really?
Yeah. Because I want to see who it's annoying.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to turn around and say anything to you anyway. They'll probably privately say it or say it to someone else.
Well, how rude I am.
Yeah.
Because I gave them a thumbs up. I could have given them a different emoji.
Yeah, what? I just don't get it. It's really crazy. But we've had our little kind of like general chat. So welcome to Minding Our Business, guys. As always, I'm Nina.
And I'm Bobby.
And we are here to talk about everything relating to everything basically. We just keep it real. This is who we are. We chat like this all the time. Yeah, excited to get on with the podcast today.
I've
So
had to refrain from swearing then because I swore tonight.
yeah, he swore so much. You probably saw in the last podcast there was a lot of beeping. It's because he swore so much. And I've had to say to him, listen, that took me a lot of extra time to beep all that out. So just refrain from swearing. He wasn't swearing at anyone. He was just swearing in general.
The little issue of where we live, it's illegal.
Yeah, it is. And I actually think it's a good thing.
So you Googled it and said I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, I Googled it.
So
and
for that, I apologise.
I agree with that whole thing. Like, there are so many rules out here that I actually think makes it a better place. It just makes you a better person, doesn't it? I think it does. Like, is it really that cool to go around just swearing? Speaking to you here. Is it? It's not cool. I just think it's a good thing. So
I don't swear because I think it's cool.
no, I know you don't swear because you think it's cool. It's just a habit, I think, that you have. I had an interesting comment on my post the other day, though, babe.
On your post?
Yeah, on my Instagram post.
Saying?
Well, you decided to leave me your version of the caption on my post.
That?
Yeah. So, guys, let me explain, right? So we have obviously an Instagram account for the podcast, which if you haven't already, please go over and follow. You're going to find snippets of all the podcasts on there. It's pretty cool and I think you're going to like it. So head over, show us some support there and you can follow us there.
That's another plug. You love your little plugs.
I do, yeah, babe. No shame. I posted...
You know, you can just put this on the screen.
I will, but sometimes it makes a difference saying it. So I did a post on my normal Instagram account, my personal one. It was just of me in Switzerland because it was the best trip of the year and I still haven't got around to posting all the pictures. So I thought, let me post the day that...
How many you've got? That'll last you a year.
I know. I don't want to like bore everyone with Switzerland all the time though, so I kind of spread them out.
I think you've done it already. How many have you posted?
I haven't even posted all of them yet, babe. I've got loads to post, but I'm spreading them out. It's great.
There's nothing new on there.
When you do what I do...
Yeah, but there's nothing new, right?
When you do what I do, content is everything. If you've got extra content, it's amazing, especially when you don't have anything else to post. I did a post of the day that we went to the Park Hotel in Witznau. Is that what it's called? Witznau.
Yeah.
We were staying at the Bergenstock Hotel, which was basically on one side of Lake Lucerne. It was a yacht, yeah. We took a yacht down to another side of Lake Lucerne and went for lunch on my sister's birthday to the Park Witznau. And all I put, because captions sometimes really annoy me, it depends on my kind of frame of mind, like if I'm coming up with anything. All I put was summer in Switzerland. That's it. That was my caption. And then the picture, I have to admit here, I'm going to totally put my hands up and admit, from our last podcast, I realised after this is in fact one of those candid pictures that you were talking about, because you said, oh, sometimes you do those candid pictures. And I was like, when have I ever done that?
The one that you fully denied that thing.
I fully denied it. And then I saw this picture after I posted it and I was like, that is what he's talking about. So I put my hands up and I agree. You were right. I do take those candid pictures. I apologise to the world. Bobby was right.
Funny that. But okay, guys, just go back and watch that podcast and look how adamant she was that she was right. I have never done that. Oh my God, how dare you even insinuate that I do this?
Babe, I've just apologised and put my hands up and admitted it, right? Take it. Accept it. Accept it with open arms.
I am accepting it and I'm milking it.
Yeah.
So next time I do say that you've done something.
It doesn't mean you're going to be right all the time, babe. Don't take it to that level.
That can be the case, could it?
It doesn't mean you're going to be right all the time, but you were right about this. I have to say, though, I don't think it's a cringe picture. That's the part that I disagree with. I'm laughing. I just looked away and I'm laughing. Because you know what I do sometimes? I tell him to make me laugh.
I didn't make you laugh on that one.
Did you not?
No. So what are you laughing at?
I don't know.
That's the weirdest thing. That's what I find really weird.
Yeah.
When you just look away, you're like...
I can't do it. That's why I always say to you, make me laugh. And then you say like stuff and it makes me laugh. You know how to make me laugh. I posted this picture, right? It's a carousel. So it has like loads of different kind of like pictures. It's got, the first one is of me with a really nice backdrop, looking away with sunglasses on, like laughing. Then the second one is a video of just... the area looks amazing. Then the third one is of the actual hotel that we're going to. And then they had this wine cellar, which was stunning. Like they had all these different kind of, what do you call them, crates of wine. One of them had the Rothschild name on there, so it's like really interesting the kind of crates that they had, and I really would have loved to go in there, but they didn't allow you to. Then there was
Saying that's been bought by them?
yeah, I think it's been bought by them, or it's been. This is what someone there was telling us. Like, it's their wine, so I don't know how it all works properly, but it's got their name on it, so they've got their own wine there.
I assumed that it came from their vineyard.
I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, then there's like some oysters that I've taken a picture of, and then our meal, and then there's like a wine rack, because these wine bottles were just the biggest wine bottles I've ever seen in my life. And then another one of me, and then the yacht. So that's all my caption was, right? Summer in Switzerland. This is what Bobby decided to comment on my post. So he's done this thing, you know, where you put what each picture represents.
I've seen people do that.
Yeah, I do that.
Right.
I love that. So what you normally do is picture number 1, and then you write down what it was. 2, write down what it was. So I've done that on previous posts. He's decided to leave a comment. This is what he's put. Number 1, pretend candid pic.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 2, actual view, good memory.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 3, the hotel we didn't stay at but had lunch.
Okay.
You were saying it as if I've insinuated that we've stayed there. All my
a lot of
Switzerland
people do that. I've seen that.
No,
I've
but
seen
I
that.
haven't,
Oh,
though.
let me take a photo of something and pretend that.
Babe,
So
I didn't do that, though.
I'm not saying you did it.
Okay.
But I've seen a lot of people do this. Right? They'll take a photo of something and pretend that it's theirs. I have seen people take photos of stuff and then they try and insinuate like, oh, it's theirs, or I've eaten there, or I've done.
Yeah, I've seen people do that, but I have never done that.
Nonsense.
I have never done that. So that's not what I was insinuating, because all my other Switzerland posts make it very clear we were staying at the
Okay, okay, fine.
Number 4, expensive wine cellar I wasn't allowed in, so took a pic from outside.
Correct. Did you ask to go in?
Yeah.
What did they say?
What did you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
No,
Disclose all this information on my post?
Did you ask to go into that cellar?
Yeah.
What did they say?
You're not allowed.
Correct. So then what happened?
I took a picture from outside.
What does that caption say?
Yeah, I know what it says, babe. I've just said it.
So I was right again.
Okay, fine. But I wasn't insinuating that I was in there anyway. You can clearly see the glass from the outside.
I wasn't saying that you're insinuating. I'm saying even though you weren't allowed inside it, you still had to take a picture from outside.
Okay, listen. Number 5, Tabasco that nearly killed my dad.
Let me put a bit of background to this. Okay, so your dad's got the story of when he went out and he took this guy out for oysters for the first time. So he showed him how to eat an oyster and put a bit of Tabasco on it. And this guy's obviously dislodged the oyster, and he obviously sucked on it that hard that the Tabasco hit the back of his throat.
Yeah, Dad finds that really
yeah,
funny.
and he was coughing like because he couldn't handle it. What happened to your dad?
That happened to Dad.
I love how he tried to hide it first.
Yeah, he got up and just walked away, and we were like, what? What's he doing?
Or just randomly got up off the table.
And then he came back.
No, he didn't go. He didn't come back. He walked away, and we all looked at him to see like where's he gone.
Yeah.
He didn't realise that we were looking at him. Like he just randomly got off the table, turned around, and then what was his face like?
His face was like, he couldn't even
eyes,
speak.
Eyes were
His
watering.
eyes were watering. We were like, oh my God, what's happened? And he was like, he couldn't even get his words out. You know that?
Look, what's happened to you? That's what he did.
So he said the Tabasco's hit the back of my throat. Oh my gosh. So that's funny when that happens, although it's not nice when that does happen. So number 6, a very tasty tomahawk shared between 4. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right there. Not that you're wrong on any of this, you're right on all of it, to be honest. Number 7.
We were going to order 2 tomahawks.
Yeah.
That annoyed me, the waitress.
Why?
Oversold it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing, the tomahawk, have the tomahawk.
Yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, fine, we'll have 2. Oh, we've only got 1.
Oh, they didn't have any more.
No.
Yeah.
So we were going to have some, and John and that were going to...
Yeah.
And then we ended up getting 1.
Number 7, random empty wine bottles. Who cares?
Perfect.
That's what he's put, who cares? I love that one. Number 8, me actually...
Okay, so let's give a bit of context to that. Why have you posted that?
What, the random wine bottles?
Yeah.
Babe, people just take pictures of random stuff and put them together. It just shows you a bit of your... It's like a digital diary. You just show little parts of the little things from the day, or whatever it is that you're sharing.
I find this all very weird.
Yeah, clearly, we've understood that. We know that.
What was the caption?
Random empty wine bottles. Who cares?
Correct.
Okay. Number 8, me actually posing and my great husband taking amazing pics as usual. You got nothing to say about that one?
Is it correct?
Yeah.
There you go.
See, I'm nice like that. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the credit. Was I mentioned in there? On your,
No, do you
right.
like to be mentioned? Because I will from now on if you want to be.
No, you can. Just put credit husband.
Oh, is that what you want? Credit husband.
You don't have to put my
Okay.
my tag in there. Random
Okay.
people adding me.
Number 9, the yacht and scenic pic. Nice.
That was a nice picture.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, that was his caption. And everyone loved it. Everyone kept commenting on his caption. Someone was like, iconic, can't wait for my future husband to comment on my pictures like this. So yeah, that's what he did to one of my posts. I thought it was quite funny, to be honest.
I didn't do it to be funny, you know. I just did it because I think that was an accurate description of the pictures. And after we spoke about social media the other day, I think that's what more people should put up, not their fake lives that they're living.
Actually, I'd be interested to know what people listening or watching this think about that. Like, how do you, if you are not a content creator and you obviously follow content creators, you follow influencers or whatever, how do you feel about what you are shown? Like, how do you take it when you see all these things and you obviously like these things, like you like seeing these content creators post, otherwise why would you follow them? Like, how do you feel about it? I'd be interested to know what your thoughts are on it, so let us know in the comments.
I'll tell you what else. These captions that people are putting up.
What captions?
It's not even old. Sorry, it's not even new. POV.
Point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a photo of their dessert. POV, me eating my dessert. Well, I can tell that from the photo. Unless you've gone over to somebody else's table and taken a photo of their dessert, I kind of assumed that's your dessert.
Yeah, but they put all sorts of stuff, don't they? It's not just like...
Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Take a photo of the scene or the landscape outside of their hotel balcony.
Yeah.
POV me in my hotel room. Amazing.
I don't think they're all like that, though. Those ones I get being annoying. Sometimes it's like... Let me see, like, if I can find any.
That's one. And you know the other one?
What?
If you know, you know.
You hate that.
What if I don't know? Ooh, please let me into your little secret society. Here's another one. In case you missed it. Sorry,
Okay, so some people... I've just had a look.
I forgot your life's that important. I missed a post. So in case you missed it.
I don't know whose posts you're seeing that are like this, because I've not
It's
seen...
it's not written out like that. It's the abbreviation. Hashtag IY. You know, like if you know, you know.
Yeah.
It's the I.
Oh, right, okay.
Y. K.
Yeah.
Y. K.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. Do you know what? I can't get past them quick enough. So go on. Let's say I have a POV one.
Yeah, someone's put POV, you are instilling, and it's just a picture of her selfie in the mirror, you are instilling positive changes in your life.
No, am I? By seeing that.
Someone's put picture of the sky, POV, you are thinking about them, and then this song hits you.
Amazing.
Someone's put a picture of like the rain, POV, you're with your favourite human and it's raining.
Oh, amazing. The creativity of that post.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know where it all comes from.
It's quite funny when it comes to these captions. I feel like they really do rub you up the wrong way. So...
I have considered many times to just delete my account.
Does it annoy you that much?
Yeah, but then there's certain things that I have to be on Instagram for because I follow cycling stuff and stuff like that I need to be on there. That's why I've just made my post private, and all of it is cycling related or family.
But yesterday we had a good day. We had a really chilled Sunday. We were just chilling, genuinely doing nothing. So we didn't do any work. We just lounged about in the lounge, and we went out once to go and get an ice cream together, which was quite nice. The rest of the time we were just chilling on the sofa, not really knowing what to do. There was, sometimes he was watching what he wanted to watch and I was just scrolling on TikTok. Sometimes I was watching what I wanted to watch and he was chilling on his phone. And then we ended up both watching a movie together as well. But it was really funny because I was on the phone and I was just scrolling on TikTok and it was just funny stuff and it was just making me smile. Right? I was just laughing to myself. Not loud, was not, wasn't being disruptive in any way. And he was watching TV, some show that you're watching. And then you just hit pause, looked at me, and you went, you're making me feel quite uncomfortable with how much you're smiling at your phone.
I didn't say how much you're smiling at your phone.
Or how much you're smiling.
Yeah, because it felt like you were just looking at me smiling.
I wasn't looking at you.
So I didn't say anything about...
I was not looking at you. I was literally on my phone. It was just making me laugh because I found
Yeah, but
some
you're
really
looking
funny.
in my direction. So I'm trying to watch TV, so I can see you in my peripheral vision
Yeah.
looking at me smiling. So I had to get up off the floor.
Tell you what you said. You said, I don't feel comfortable with you smiling to yourself. That's what you said. Obviously, I know what you mean, but I'm just saying that's what you said. And I found it so funny. Honestly, I found it really funny because I was like, why would you? Like, what? I'm just scrolling, literally.
You're looking at me smiling.
I wasn't looking at you. I never even looked at you. It shocked me when you put it on
It
pause.
looked like you were looking at me.
Yeah.
Because I looked over and you were still looking in my direction and smiling. And I was like, what are you smiling at?
By the way, Nico is getting the best massage ever sitting on you like that.
He always does. That's why he likes to come and sit with me.
He's literally just lounging there. Should we get into some listener questions?
Yeah.
And let's see what questions we have. So we've got some, I'm just going to read out some comments and also if there are any questions, answer those. So someone has put, what made you guys choose Dubai? What is it about Dubai that you truly love? And what is it you really dislike?
So what made us choose Dubai?
Yeah. And what do we like and dislike?
So firstly, we got married out here.
Yeah.
And then after that, we just kept coming back every few months.
Yeah.
For holidays. And then we just decided that with how much we loved the place, shall we just move?
Yeah.
Like when we were coming out on holiday, we made a few friends, didn't we? When we kept coming out.
We did.
And then we asked them what it's like to live here and then heard nothing but good and like praise about the place. Made a few inquiries and then we just decided, didn't we? And then within 3 months, we were packed up and we came out here.
Yeah.
What do we like about the place? I'll tell you what I like about the place.
What? Because I think we both have our own reasons.
I like the tax regime and how it's preferable. I like the weather. I like the city just generally, how clean it is, how modern it is. I like the way of life out here, the cultural beliefs of working hard and then the weekend is and the evenings are like for personal time. So it's one of those places where you have to work hard, but then in the evenings you can go to the mall or you can go out and like everything's open, until late. I like that. I can cycle every day because I know what the weather's going to be like. I like the safety, the security. I like the fact that there's a beach just down the road. If I feel like going to the beach, like ride to the beach, I can ride to the beach.
There's so much, isn't there?
If we want a break, we don't have to fly anywhere. We just book a hotel here and have a staycation.
Yeah.
The food is great. I think there's just a lot of good with the place.
I agree with you. I think that's how it all went when it came to coming out here. I used to come here like before we met and I used to just love it. I just fell in love with the place and I don't know what it was because I hadn't even fully ventured into Dubai like as much as what we did when we came out here together. But I don't know what it was. I just fell in love with it. And we initially were going to get married in Goa, weren't we? And then we found out you were like, well, it's monsoon season, so that's not going to work. So then we were like, I think I suggested Dubai and you had not really come out here and spent time out here. I think you'd come by passing through on a flight, right? I was like, okay, I think you're going to love it. So we did end up getting married out here. You loved it. And even I saw another side to it that I hadn't even seen before, when we came out together for the wedding. So I further fell in love with it. And then, like you said, we kept coming back and I don't know what it is about this place, but it has my heart. And I feel like I feel way more at home here than I ever have coming from the UK. I was born and brought up in the UK, but I feel like this is my home. I don't know what it is about this place, but I just feel like I'm meant to be here. It has that's the only way that I can put it. And I feel like it is one of the most diverse places. Like, I know a lot of people say, okay, the UK is diverse, the US is diverse. And yes, I agree it is. But here I feel like you genuinely do day to day meet people from every corner of the world. And I like my clients out here. Obviously, as a makeup artist, I have clients that are out here. Like, they're amazing clients. Like, I work with a lot of royalty out here. Everyone is so friendly and so loving. And I feel like it's rare that you get a place that kind of ticks every box, I think. You just feel you feel more accepted, I think, out here, without going into detail. I just feel like I've not felt that before.
Yeah, you are. You're more accepted here.
Yeah.
And you're not kind of individualized based on the color of your skin. Plus, like in terms of friends, like all my friends in the UK were born and brought up there. Like all my friends here now, I've got a friend who's Portuguese, friend who's from Zimbabwe and South Africa, one who's Omani, a Colombian, like they're from all different parts of the world,
Yeah.
which I would never have. And then you
Yeah.
find out about their countries and their cultures. So I think it's a very multicultural place,
Yeah.
and it's very socially diverse,
Yeah.
very accepting of different cultures and respectful to different cultures. I think that's a big thing here, the respect, which just makes your life easier.
And the weather, obviously. A lot of people say, does it get really hot during the summer? It does get really hot, but you become so used to it. And it's not like you're outside all of the time. Like anything you want to do is kind of indoors anyway. And you have some places during the wintertime, it's just so nice to go outside. Like,
Well, this summer I felt like I was living on the sun.
yeah, it's very hot this year.
So
but it has been cooling down year by year. And this year I feel like it's a lot hotter than usual.
It's very hot this year.
Yeah. So there's so much to love about this place. And honestly, I genuinely don't think there's anything that I can tell you that I dislike about this place. I don't sit there and think, I really hate this about this place. Like, I genuinely do love this place.
As a country stands, if you compare it to many other countries in the world, I couldn't think of anywhere better that I'd like to live. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's pretty close.
You're right there.
That's the only way that I can describe it. There's a lot of good in the country. A lot of, I like the privacy. People mind their own business. You don't see drunken people on the street. It's not people shouting everywhere.
I don't want to see that stuff.
You live in okay, fine. You feel like you live in a bubble because whenever you go to another city, you're like, oh my god, like what's going on there? Like people shouting or like something happens, loud banging. You're like, whoa, what was that?
But I like my bubble.
Yeah, I don't mind if I spend 90% of my life in this bubble. I'm okay.
Yeah. One thing that really annoys me, firstly, I'm quite protective of this place, and I think that you've become like that too over time. People come here on holiday, they say things like, it's not real though, is it? It's all fake. But like, where do you think I'm living? In some fake world? Like, this all exists. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why they say things like this. That really annoys me.
They say it because it's all new. Fine, they've got like the man-made islands and stuff. Man made a lot of stuff in the world, didn't they?
Yeah.
It didn't just pop up. Like if you go look at all the old castles and the old buildings and stuff.
They were all new at one point.
Yeah, somebody made them, man-made.
I know. I don't get it.
So this is what I mean. So because it's new, it's fake. But something was new at some point.
Yeah, I know.
So that whole thing I don't get.
That's what annoys me. That when I get comments like that, I'm just like, why are you even here? I'm just like, seriously, if that's what you have to say about the place. Like, you've come on holiday here, clearly you liked it. This is Sandra. She has said, I'm truly impressed by your husband's integrity and honesty. He's an exceptional individual. You're incredibly fortunate to have him as your partner, and I'm sure his kind heart and genuine nature makes him an amazing companion. I love looking at your face when I read you nice comments about you. You just can't take compliments. If you ever want him to be speechless and not respond because he always has something to say, give him a compliment.
Well, I genuinely don't know what to say to that. Okay, thank you.
That was a really nice message from Sandra. Thank you.
My what? Honesty and integrity.
Yeah.
That's a big reason why a lot of people don't talk to me.
Yeah, but I think there you go. Sandra likes you. I like you.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people appreciate honesty and integrity now.
I think it's really nice, and I actually think that there are not many people like you in the world who are as honest and as straightforward. So I think it's a good thing, and I think you should be proud of it.
Brilliant. Next one.
So the next one is from Lynette. Bobby seems to be more comfortable talking on the podcast compared to the first one. Question for both of you. If there was something you had to change about yourself, what would it be and why? And that's Lynette from Florida. We've had a few people say that you seem to be more confident now. Comfortable.
I'd say I'm more comfortable. I agree with that. Because the whole camera situation, I don't really like it, but I am more comfortable because I'm just ignoring it, which is why, again, I don't look that way. So it's just out of sight.
Yeah.
And we just have a conversation. And what was the question? If we had to change something about ourselves?
What would it be and why?
There's not much I'd change about myself now, because I'm quite content with who I am and what I believe in. But I think if I had to change anything about myself, it would probably be in my younger years.
Which would be what?
Probably follow my heart more with what I wanted to do, as in like career-wise or work-wise in life. So I think I think it's a shame because when you're young, you don't really realise that you're going to be spending a majority of your life doing a certain thing in life. So when you're younger, that's you have a few foundation years where you need to build what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I'd be wrong if I said I don't think it's drummed into your head because I think that's what your parents, your teachers, whatever, they try and tell you at school. But I think you're so young and stupid you don't listen to it.
Yeah.
And then you hit life, and then you're like, oh yeah, they were right. Now I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. So if you follow like your passion more or what you wanted to do, because that's ultimately what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, is you might as well enjoy what you're doing. One thing I'd change, I probably wish I listened to my parents and my teachers more when I was younger.
I've said before that I would probably change how I was when I was at school, in the sense of like I wish I paid more attention. But then at the same time I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, probably. You know, so I'm kind of happy with how that turned out. I don't know what I would change today. I don't know if I would change.
Yeah,
It'll be silly things.
Yeah,
like,
but you could be doing something better than what you're doing now. So you might be happy doing this now.
yeah, I don't know. My passions maybe would be something different. So it would change the course of everything. Do you know what I mean? So as much as this is my passion, maybe my passions would be different had I have paid more attention at school. I'm also content. I'm not interested to see what I would have possibly been able to do. Currently, I don't think there's anything I would change about myself. There'd be silly things like, I wish I could swim. But these are things that I can change realistically.
So
Do you know
can
what I
learn
mean?
to swim now.
Yeah, you can learn to swim. It's not like I'm stuck with it.
You can't go back in time though.
No. So
this would be my advice to anybody who's at that phase in your life.
yeah.
Pay attention
Yeah.
and try and get good at something that you're going to enjoy doing for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I think it's really important to have, like you said previously, I don't know if it was the last podcast or the one before, where it's really important to have hobbies. And I think that is, you realise that as you get older.
If you imagine, right, you have a hobby that you really love and you can make money out of that hobby.
Yeah, amazing.
Right, so that's
literally the best scenario, I think.
So then you're doing something that you love and you are making money out of it. So that would be my advice.
Yeah, but good question. So the next one, don't know what the name is, sorry, because it's just a mix of username, I don't know, mix of letters and words. I just love me some Bobby. He thinks I make these up sometimes, right? And I have to show him the question. I just love me some Bobby. You are really lucky, Nina. And yes, Bobby's really lucky too. You two are my ideal couple. Just real. I really love you two. That's so nice. Thank you so much. It's genuine. It's genuine. I don't know why you think I would make these up. That is such a nice message. So we know that. We both actually do know that we are very lucky to have one another, because we do say this to each other sometimes. Look, I don't know how we ended up with each other, but it's like we were literally made for one another.
Yeah, we are fortunate in that way.
We are really lucky in that sense. So someone else has put, those whispers have shrunk over time. I could eat 10. I told you I'm not the only one. Someone else has put, I had to Google what that was. Cadbury chocolates are not as common or as good in the US, so you only find some of them in more specialty stores. So Mally, now that you know what a whisper is, you need to somehow find it. Put it in the fridge, because I'm telling you, don't have it just straight from the shelf. Put it in the fridge for a good hour or so. Eat it cold. It tastes so good. I could genuinely just eat whispers for the entire day. I love whispers. So yeah.
Shit.
So moving on, Cynthia has said, you both are too cute. Happy anniversary. I will say though, Nina, you exercised great restraint today for this week of the month. I know, Cynthia. I was really proud of myself. Next one is, loved this episode. Have to say, it irritates me to no end when my hubby asks during my hormonal phase if it's that time of the month. Then I get more upset. But I admire your restraint as Bobby hit your buttons, laughing emoji. Great to see Bobby getting more relaxed and comfortable. This week's podcast made me laugh so much. Happy anniversary, Nina and Bobby. Love you guys. That's from Caroline. So again, another person who's noticing that you're a lot more relaxed and comfortable. With being comfortable comes confidence. So I feel like the more comfortable you feel, the more confident you're going to also come across. I don't think you have a problem with confidence. So you definitely do not have a problem there. I think it's just the whole camera comfortable situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that message, Caroline. So this is from Mally. Bobby is a very brave man to keep going 20 minutes to try and get a reaction from you. And you did so well keeping calm, Nina. I was cracking up. Yeah, everyone needs instant gratification these days. They think they'll become experts at everything by watching 60-second TikTok videos. Dating is suffering because of the same lack of attention and people not wanting to put in any effort.
Agreed.
Agreed, completely. Definitely on the same page there, Mally. That actually sums it up really well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I agree with everything.
Yeah. So the next part of the comment is Bobby hit the nail on the head. Situationships really is just an excuse to beep about, and it is total rubbish. And one would think that our generation, Gen X, would do better. So many terms out there, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So true. Are we Gen X? What are we?
I'll tell you what we are. I think I'm on the cusp.
Of what?
Gen X. So yeah, we're Gen X. Start date in 65 and end date 1980. So you're just in it.
I'm just in
So,
it. Just in it from what was after Gen X?
I was about to tell you.
Oh, okay. Go on.
So you get boomers,
Yeah.
which are 1955 to 64, and they're called boomers too. And then Gen X, which is our 65 to 80. Then millennials, 81 to 96. And then infamous Gen Z, 97 to 2012.
I'd be interested to know what the difference is between Gen X and millennials, because I'm right on the cusp, right?
Yeah.
So let's see what this comes up as. Okay, so what's the difference between millennials and Gen X? For starters, Gen X, or born between 65 and 80, came in on the cusp of cell phones, the internet and social media, while most millennials, born 81 to 97, grew up when these things were a regular part of life. Yeah, it is pretty crazy, because now there are so many terms out there, like for everything.
POV.
I think that's the highlight of today's podcast, POV. That should be the title for today, POV.
If you know, you know.
If you had to come up with a POV for today's podcast, what would it be?
I wouldn't.
Please.
No.
Please, just one.
I'm not going to lower myself to do that.
Anyway, moving on. Mally has also added, really enjoyed the episode, guys. Bobby seems to be relaxing gradually, so hopefully we'll get more episodes. P.S. Thanks for picking up my comments and questions. P.P.S. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Seems to be our biggest fan.
Yeah. I like Mally. She leaves like some really long comments. Next one is, this is so fun. You guys are hilarious and I appreciate the rawness from you both. Nina, I have learned so much from you on your beauty channel. You've taught me so much, girlfriend. Bobby, you're effing awesome. I want to know so bad what you said and what was bleeped out. I opened a cold beer after the first 5 minutes. Please continue with these. Hashtag minding our business. That's so cool. I love that. That's from Lisa from Houston, Texas.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you take out. I don't know what you take out.
It's where you've sworn, like you're swearing, or you've said something which is blatantly not PC.
That's a lot of stuff then.
Yeah, but I'm just gotta, you know, be careful. Don't want to upset anyone.
That's the problem with the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't upset people.
It's just the way it is, unfortunately.
It's sad though, isn't it? That people can't handle things. But yeah, I don't know what you've taken out. Probably the good stuff.
You think I would have taken out the good stuff? I reckon people would have loved the stuff that I've bleeped out, but also there'd be a big chunk of people who would have just come after us, I think.
Yeah.
But that was a nice message. Thank you so much for watching, Lisa. And you have got another comment that you've added, which is, so my question, I love this. I can't do the American accent. Clearly it says you're from Houston, Texas, but I just love when they're like, my question for y'all. I wish I could speak like that. I wish I could do that accent. I love it. Can you do it?
No, I think you did it really well. I'll do it again.
No, you want me to do it because I sounded really ridiculous.
Do it. It sounded so good.
My question for y'all. I actually love the American accent.
All right, how's about we move forward with
Yeah,
this?
okay.
This is how you go off on a tangent.
Yeah, I know. So my question for y'all would be, have you ever had a day where you just said, forget the diet and eat whatever you want for an entire day?
Many times.
Have we ever? I've lost count on how many days that's happened.
I've never done that.
Whatever, babe. Such a liar. So I'm sitting there doing that by myself.
I have so much more restraint than you. I've seen you.
You really want to go down that route? You know, there are times where I've
sit
said,
there and you're like literally like, oh, I'll have this, and then next thing whispers come out, and next thing, crisps.
you seriously are.
You so proud. Have we ever? Have we?
Yeah, because we do that. Like, yes, that does happen. It does, honestly. If yes, what is it that you indulged in? What can I tell you? What can I tell you, Lisa? It's been all sorts of stuff. Yeah, to be honest, if we have like a day like that, it's kind of more comfort food that we feel like. So
Let me tell you, these bodies didn't build themselves.
we do love our food, don't we? And it's not so much the amount of food, it's more the kind of food that we love. Like, we just like food.
I think that's probably our favourite pastime.
Food.
Going out to eat.
Yeah, I love it. That's my preferred method of socialising.
It's my biggest vice. Food. Good food.
Yeah,
I'm one of those. Okay, so here's one. Do you live to eat or do you eat to live?
I live to eat.
Same.
Yeah,
So I think there's two types of people in the world.
yeah,
Either you live to eat or you eat to live.
yeah,
I definitely live to eat.
yeah,
Give me a good meal any time of the day.
yeah, I love it.
I'll go off diet any time. It doesn't even take much persuasion.
No, and I think that's where we struggle a bit.
Apart from the fitness side of cycling, big reason why I ride as much as I do, so I can eat what I want. My best days are when I've gone out and ridden and I've done like 5,000 calories, because I know, right, that day, not a problem.
Yeah,
So what was the question? If we could eat whatever we want, what would it be?
yeah.
Nah, that's very open. Like that deserves a whole segment on its own.
Gosh, there's so many things that I love. Like, Bobby loves going out for breakfast, so his thing is like breakfast.
Pastries.
I don't mind what time of the day it is, to be honest with you. Like, I used to be a real dessert person, but as I've gotten older, I've realised that I have less of a sweet tooth. Like, I still like sweet stuff, but it's definitely nowhere near as what I used to. Some of my favourite desserts are apple crumble, but it's got to be a specific type of apple crumble. Like, it's got to have cinnamon in there. Can't be overly crunchy in terms of the apples. And also, it's got to be really crunchy in terms of a lot of topping. I hate it when there's not enough topping. So I'm just really fussy about these things. I love that. I love like creme brulee. Hot chocolate molten cake with a scoop of ice cream on the side. Oh my God, don't even get me started on ice cream. Literally, I'm obsessed with ice cream. I could eat ice cream all day. And my favourite is Haagen-Dazs Belgian chocolate or Baskin Robbins mint chocolate chip. They do one called Jamocha or something.
Jamaica almond fudge.
Yeah. That's good. There are too many different things that I love. Too many. What about you? If you had to pick a dessert, what would it be?
Apple crumble and custard. That's a hot dessert.
Yeah, that's good.
So on a cold day, that's what I'd have. And on a hot day, a nice good cheesecake.
Haven't made that in a while. Okay, so those are our listener messages. So we've kind of like gone through a lot. I do have our weekly Would You Rather. So shall I go first?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I got a little bit of help from my brother because this is his game. He loves it. He loves Would You Rather games. Like, anytime he comes over to Dubai or
So
whenever we see
these aren't
him.
even yours then?
No, I've changed it a little bit. So it's half his, half mine. You can imagine what half of his would have been, right? Because I've changed his bit. Would you rather forever have the feeling of shaky knees, like when you look down when you're high up on an escalator or like somewhere really high up? Or would you forever have the feeling that you're about to vomit?
Shaky knees, easy. Well, I don't want to feel like I'm going to vomit every time. I'd rather just feel like I'm about.
So that's really easy for you.
Yeah.
You'd want shaky knees.
Yeah.
But you're scared of heights.
Yeah.
And you're fine with that feeling.
Yeah, because I hate the feeling of, like, nausea.
But it never comes.
Yeah, that's what nausea is.
That was not... I thought it was going to be a bit harder for you.
That's easy, that one.
Do you want to see what his real ending of it was? That I said we spoke enough about that on the last podcast.
Well, why don't you say that one?
No, I'm not going to say that. We spoke so much about that last time. So that was my Would You Rather. What's yours then? Mine was a bit of a fail this week then. So my brother needs to do better.
Okay, would you rather never have... would you rather have an unlimited supply of money on a credit card where you can go out and spend as much as you want and never have to pay it back? Or stop cosmetic surgery? Not fillers and Botox and stuff.
I'd rather have the unlimited supply of money because I can use that to pay for...
No, you can't use that to buy...
can't.
I'm not that dumb. You can't use that to pay for the Botox.
I'd rather have the unlimited supply of money.
What, and then just get, just start
No
looking up?
cosmetic surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so here's another one then.
It was too easy for you, wasn't it?
Yeah. So,
Did you think I was going to choose cosmetic surgery?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are done for this week. We hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with whoever you think may like it. Please do send us in your Would You Rathers. And also any comments, questions you may have, let us know. And next week we'll see what we're going to speak about. So thanks for watching or listening, and we'll see you next week.